Hello and welcome back to eGreen Channel. Today we're diving into a developing and concerning situation in Ethiopia where fresh reports of conflict are threatening a hard-won peace. The Afar regional government has reported that forces from the neighboring Tigray region have crossed the border, escalating tensions just over a year and a half after a major peace deal was signed. According to statements from Afar authorities, fighters from the Tigray People's Liberation Front, or TPLF, have allegedly entered Afar territory, seizing control of 6 villages and attacking civilian areas with heavy weapons, including mortars. Afar leaders are calling this a severe and direct violation of the Pretoria Peace Agreement, the landmark deal signed in November 2022 that officially ended the devastating two-year war in northern Ethiopia. In response to this reported incursion, the Afar regional government has stated that its own forces were ordered to launch a counterattack to push back the TPL fighters and reclaim the occupied areas. The situation on the ground appears to be tense and volatile, with both sides engaging in active conflict. The Afar administration has strongly condemned these actions, labeling them as acts of terror and specifically accusing the TPLF of targeting civilian herders in the Megal district. They've issued a stern warning, stating that if the TPLF does not cease its actions, the Afar region will fully exercise its right to self-defense to protect its people and its territory. However, the narrative from the TPLF side is starkly different. The TPLF leadership has publicly denied any offensive operations or incursions into the Afar region. They claim their forces were the ones who were initially attacked by Afar regional forces and then by drone strikes by the federal government. According to their account, any military action taken by their fighters was purely defensive, a reaction to an unprovoked assault. This, he said, dynamic creates a little confusing picture, making it a slight difficult to ascertain the exact sequence of events that triggered this new round of violence. Adding another layer to this complex situation, the federal government of Ethiopia has weighed in a public statement. The federal government officially rejected the alleged military activity by the TPLF. They reiterated their unwavering commitment to the Pretoria Peace Agreement and warned all parties against any actions that could undermine the fragile peace and national stability. The government's stance is clear: the peace deal must be respected, and any deviation from it is unacceptable. Federal officials emphasize that the 2022 Pretoria Agreement remains the foundation for stability in northern Ethiopia and that any armed movement across regional borders, whether offensive or retaliatory, threatens to unravel the progress made since the conflict ended. The central government has reiterated that disputes must be handled through established political and security mechanisms, not through renewed military engagement. It has signaled that it will not tolerate actions that endanger civilians, disrupt local governance, or risk drawing the region back into conflict. The priority, according to federal authorities, is to uphold national sovereignty, protect communities, and prevent the situation from escalating into a broader confrontation. This puts the federal authorities in a delicate position, as they must now navigate the conflicting claims from two key regional players while trying to prevent a full-scale relapse into war. International media outlets and independent monitoring groups have been working to verify the claims on the ground, gathering evidence from satellite imagery, eyewitness testimony, humanitarian organizations, and local administrative channels. Journalists are assessing reports of village seizures, population displacement, and the use of heavy weapons, while cross-checking statements issued by both Afar authorities and TPLF leadership. Because access to some of the affected areas is limited and communication networks are inconsistent, verification efforts require coordination with aid groups and local community leaders to confirm the scale of the movement and the impact on civilians. These monitoring teams aim to establish an objective picture of what occurred, clarify conflicting narratives, and determine whether the reported military actions constitute a breach of the 2022 peace agreement. Some reports appear to corroborate parts of the Afar government's account, citing evidence of Tigrayan forces moving across the border. These reports also mention the use of heavy weapons and the seizure of 6 villages. According to the statements from Afar authorities and preliminary field accounts, Tigray unarmed units allegedly advanced into the Megal district and neighboring areas, using mortars and other heavy artillery to target positions near civilian settlements. Local administrative sources claim that this resulted in the temporary takeover of at least 6 villages, forcing many residents to flee to safer areas. Eyewitnesses and community elders have described widespread fear and displacement, noting that families left behind livestock, belongings, and homes due to the sudden escalation. Humanitarian actors operating in the region report that several of the affected communities were already vulnerable, having previously experienced instability during the earlier phases of the northern conflict. While confirmation is ongoing, the reported use of heavy weapons and seizure of multiple villages is central to Afar's argument that the events constitute a clear violation of the 2022 Pretoria Agreement, which prohibits offensive military action and mandates mutual respect of territorial boundaries. Crucially, they confirm that the clashes have led to civilian displacement, with people fleeing their homes to escape the violence. As of now, the exact number of casualties remains unconfirmed, but the humanitarian impact is already becoming a serious concern. The displacement of civilians adds another tragic dimension to a region that is still recovering from the last war. As analysts try to make sense of this sudden escalation, some are looking at the broader regional power dynamics. A few political commentators and officials have floated the theory that Eritrea might be involved, potentially influencing or even supporting the TPLF's renewed military activity. The suggestion is that this could be part of a larger proxy conflict, with regional powers using local forces to advance their own interests. It is absolutely crucial to state, however, that this claim is highly disputed and remains unverified. There is no concrete evidence to support this theory at this time, but it highlights the intricate web of political rivalries that complicates the situation in the Horn of Africa. This recent flare-up doesn't come out of a vacuum. It occurs against a backdrop of deteriorating political trust that has been building for several months. A key event that soured relations was the decision back in May to remove the TPLF from Ethiopia's official list of registered political parties. This move was seen by many in Tigray as a political slight and a step backward from the spirit of reconciliation promised by the peace agreement. This growing mistrust likely contributed to the current fragile environment, where any small incident has the potential to spiral into a major conflict. So, what does this all mean for the future of peace in Ethiopia? The Pretoria Agreement was celebrated as a monumental achievement, a chance for the nation to heal and rebuild. This new outbreak of violence, regardless of who started it, puts that entire process at risk. It tests the resolve of the federal government, the commitment of the regional actors, and the patience of the international community. The immediate priority must be de-escalation. All parties need to pull back from the brink, cease hostilities, and return to the negotiating table. An independent investigation into the incident could help clarify the conflicting reports and establish accountability. Without a swift and peaceful resolution, there is a very real danger that the region could slide back into the widespread conflict that caused so much suffering. The lives of countless civilians hang in the balance, and they are the ones who will pay the highest price if the peace fails. The international community is watching closely, and calls for restraint are growing louder. Diplomatic intervention may be necessary to mediate between the Afar and Tigray regions and to reinforce the authority of the federal government in upholding the peace deal. For the people of Ethiopia who have endured so much, the hope is that this is just a temporary, albeit dangerous, setback and not the beginning of another dark chapter. The path to a lasting peace is rarely smooth, but abandoning it is not an option. That's all the information we have for now on this developing story. We'll continue to monitor the situation and bring you updates as they become available. Thank you for tuning in. If you found this report informative, please consider liking this video and subscribing to eGreen channel for more in-depth analysis of global events. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one.